Well, it looks like my electric pickup dreams might actually happen sooner rather than later. Well, let's dive in and talk about this because I kind of need your help. Let's decide which way I should go. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Tech Motoring. Paul here with a little bit of a Between the EVs update. So I really like doing these videos because it's really just me and you kind of talking about stuff. It doesn't have to be all, professional or nice or anything. Not that my videos typically are. But what I wanted to bring to you today is a couple things. Number one, huge thank you for everybody who follows the channel, subscribers. If you are a member, click the join button down below. If you follow the channel in any way, share it or like it, thank you very much for that. Of course, I'd like to thank all of you for that every time we do one of these videos because it really does mean a lot to me. And I just recently, this past Friday, released our 3-year anniversary video of the Ford Mustang Mach-E. And I got a lot of cool feedback and comments on the video and a lot of people telling us what their opinions are and their feelings are, and just to kind of differentiate themselves from, what I said about certain things. And it was really cool to see other people's opinions on the subject and their experience owning a Mach-E. And just to kind of sum it up, 3 years of owning this car, we've really enjoyed the car. Yeah, it's not been perfect. Yeah, we've had some little issues here and there with the car, but overall, the car experience has been really cool. So we really enjoyed the car, and we're gonna probably be keeping this a little bit longer. However, that brings us to our next subject, which is my electric pickup debacle or conundrum or whatever word you want to use to describe this. So for those of you who've been with the channel long enough, you would actually know that I actually started looking at electric pickup trucks way back in probably about 2020. So it's probably been close to 5 years now, at least 4 years, where I had decided that I am going to be buying an electric pickup truck when they started coming out. Of course, we went through a mass COVID issue there that kind of delayed some things, and some of the pickup trucks had gotten delayed, and then when they did come out, they were a lot more expensive than what they initially had anticipated. And of course, we've seen this with a lot of other things nowadays as well, where just what they promise is not always what they deliver. But recently, we've seen that certain pickup trucks, electric pickup trucks, have actually started coming down in price. Now, I actually did at one point pre-order a Cybertruck, and another time I had pre-ordered a Silverado EV. Now, I have since canceled both of those orders because there's no really reason to have a pre-order anymore in those vehicles. They both seem to be pretty ubiquitous, and you could kind of go out and just order it whenever you want and pretty much pick it up within a week or two. So really, I didn't need to have those pre-orders anymore. So they're canceled, they're gone, not really something I need to worry about. And I've been looking at a few different trucks lately. Now, the Silverado EV is really cool. Recently came out about a year ago, but of course they started with their top trim, the RST. Then they had some of the work trucks, the 4WT to 3WT. And though the work trucks kind of do fall in line with some of the price range that I'm looking at with a pickup truck, they still are work trucks. And so I'm not too thrilled about them. And even if you go down to, I think it's like the 2LT model now, you're still looking at over $70,000 for this electric pickup truck. Now, the truck is beautiful and it's really, really nice, and I'm sure anybody who owns one is probably thrilled with it. But I don't think that that really necessarily fits in my price range. Same reason why the Cybertruck is kind of out right now, because just $80,000 for a Cybertruck, even if you do get the tax credit on it, it brings it down a little bit. It's still a little bit high for what I'm looking to pay. I initially had ordered the rear-wheel drive, which was supposed to start at $40,000. Yeah, right. And they haven't said anything about that. They said it was supposed to come out in 2025. We are now a solid almost 4 months into this year, and there has been zero peeps about that happening. So I do not think that the Cybertruck is going to be something that I am going to want. So that really just leaves us with two pickup trucks, the R1T, which is one that I really, really do want because I really do like the R1T, or the F-150 Lightning. Now, here's the thing, is that these are two pretty different vehicles. The R1T is a little bit smaller, more of like a mid-size pickup truck, but it does have a lot of cool things, like for instance, really nice software integration. It has really nice handling, air suspension. There's a lot of things about the Rivian that really appeal to me. But you're starting at about $70,000, and then before you know it, if you get the large battery, if you get the dual motor that's a little bit higher up than just the base dual motor, you're looking closer to about $80,000, which is pretty expensive. Now, I'm still thinking about doing the Rivian just because I like it so much, but we do have the F-150 Lightning, which has been around for quite a few years now, and I think that the F-150 is a fantastic truck. Going with a slightly bigger truck than the Rivian, and you get a little bit more of that living room feeling on the inside, a little bit wider cabin, a little bit longer of a truck, and probably just more of a cushier ride to it overall. Of course, no air suspension, but I've driven an F-150 Lightning, and I thought they were pretty nice, and I thought they were very comfortable for those long distances. So the question is right now, do I wait to try to pick up a Rivian, or do I look at an F-150 Lightning? Well, I pretty much had made up my mind a few weeks ago and said, I'm just gonna get a Rivian. That's the one I want. Yes, I have to pay more money for it, but I would rather have the Rivian over a Cybertruck, and I would rather have the Rivian over a Silverado EV, and I would rather have the Rivian over the F-150 Lightning. But it's significantly more expensive than, you know, the F-150, and even a little bit more than the Silverado. So I made up my mind, I'm getting a Rivian R1T. Until last week, where Ford announced employee pricing, which means that you can get a Ford vehicle for basically the price that the employee can get it for. Now, it's not like you're talking $10,000 or $15,000 off the price of a vehicle, but it is a pretty significant amount of money. Now, the question is, how low can we get a specific trim? So I was looking at specifically a 2025 F-150 Flash trim, which is the one that really everybody likes because that's the one that's got the sweet spot with all the stuff in it. And it's got a couple extra features in it on top of that, a little options there that you would probably want as well. And so I found one, and I absolutely love this truck. And I think it's, if I were to spec an F-150 Lightning, it would be the exact spec that I would want. It's the right color, it's the right trim, it's got the right options, it's got everything that I would want to spec out for that truck already in it. So the question is now, is how low can we get this number? So that's where I need you to come in. So as my viewers, as my fans of this channel, I need you to try to either A, talk me out of getting this F-150 and hold off till I get the Rivian, or do I jump on the F-150 Lightning right now and save about $20,000? That's the number that is the key difference. So R1T or save $20,000 and get an F-150 Lightning. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Which way would you go? Even let's throw in the rest of the trucks too. Would you rather do a Cybertruck, a Silverado, or would you do an F-150 or a Rivian? You decide what you would think. Put it down in the comments. And also let me know which one you think I should go for, either the Lightning or the Rivian. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Give me your pros and cons for each, and I will be curious to see what you have to say about this, because I'm really curious as well. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching this episode as always, and we will see you on the next one soon. Remember, welcome to the future, and welcome to Tech Motoring. We'll see you soon.